You were never asking for too much. You were simply asking the wrong people. The truth is, real love, real friendship, real respect will never leave you confused. It doesn't show up only when it's convenient. It doesn't make you beg for the bare minimum. When someone truly values you, you won't need to chase. And once you stop settling for half efforts, you make room for something real and steady. Because the moment you choose yourself is the moment everything starts to shift. Hi guys, I'm Daria and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, this is a space where we dive deep into personal growth, self-worth, and letting go of anything that no longer serves us. Today we're talking about the difference between attention and genuine effort, why bare minimum effort isn't love, how to recognize emotional unavailability, and most importantly, how to raise your standard and choose yourself first. Let's get into it. Chapter 1. If they cared, you wouldn't be confused. If they wanted to, they would. If they cared, you'd feel it. If they respected you, you'd know it. If they valued you, you'd never have to guess. Confusion is often the first sign that something isn't quite right. Silence, though, is an answer in itself. Inconsistency speaks volumes. The truth, it's always there. It's just up to you to see it. We often find ourselves justifying things that were never meant to be accepted. That's when we lose sight of who we are. We live in a world that places so much emphasis on potential, but in doing so, we sometimes romanticize the smallest gestures and convince ourselves that it's enough. A message after 3 days. Maybe they've just been busy. Canceling plans for the 3rd time this month. Perhaps they're going through something difficult. But let's be real. If something truly mattered to them, they would make it known. They will let you know why they're not showing up. When there's no effort, no clarity, no consistency, it's rarely just life getting in the way. It's a reflection of priorities. Here's a truth that might be hard to hear. People show up for what they care about. Every single time. If someone tells you they're bad at texting, ask yourself, why is it that they're always finding the time to text someone else? If someone says they're too busy for you, but they're never too busy to do something they enjoy, let that speak for itself. You're not here to beg for love. You're not here to chase, excuse, or make sense of mixed signals. You're here to be chosen, freely, clearly, and without hesitation. No games, no confusion. When someone truly values you, they act with purpose. They prioritize you. They carve out time for you, without you having to ask. There's no need for constant striving for their attention, no endless effort to keep their interest. A real connection is effortless, not exhausting. When it's right, it flows with ease. You'll never have to convince someone who already sees your worth. You'll never have to chase what's meant for you to stay. It's time to stop assuming mixed signals means something deeper. It's time to stop making excuses for a lack of effort. It's time to stop waiting for the moment when they'll finally come around. The truth is already right in front of you. It's clear, and it doesn't need an explanation. If they wanted to, they would. And if they're not, trust yourself. You know what to do. Step forward with confidence, hold your head high, and never settle for being someone's maybe. You deserve far more than that. Chapter 2. Temporary attention isn't love. You're not asking for too much. You're just asking the wrong people. Those tiny moments of attention that keep you hanging on, that's not love. That's control. It's manipulation dressed up as affection. It's them giving you just enough to keep you invested, but never enough to make you feel safe, secure, or truly valued. It's like being handed a single flower when your heart has been longing for a garden. Don't confuse something missing you with someone valuing you. Here's the hard truth. Someone who truly values you won't disappear and reappear whenever it suits them. They won't drop off the face of the earth and then show up again like nothing ever happened. That's not romantic. That's reckless. And the longer you accept these fleeting reassurances, the longer you postpone the kind of love that is generous, steady, and real. You deserve a love that nourishes your soul, not one that barely keeps you going. There's a big difference between someone giving you attention and someone giving you real effort. Attention can feel flattering, but it fades. Effort shows up over and over again. Maybe you were taught to believe that a little attention here and there meant love. But let me ask you, if someone is constantly leaving you hanging, isn't that a red flag? It's not about how they make you feel when they're there. It's about how they leave you when they're not. That's the true measure of their care. You see, they may seem deep and mysterious, but often it's simply emotional unavailability pretending to be something more. They may have the capacity for love, but they're too afraid to fully commit. And somehow you've convinced yourself that you can save them. You can't and you don't need to. No amount of love from you will heal someone who's not ready to heal themselves. And no, you don't need to show them how to love you better. That's not your job. You're not their teacher, their fixer, or their emotional rehab center. You're not here to mold someone into the person you want them to be. You're here to be loved by someone who already sees you as worthy. You're the standard. It's time to stop lowering the bar just because someone's throwing momentary comforts your way. You're not a rescue project, and you sure as anything deserve more than half-hearted affection. You deserve consistency, effort, and respect. Don't settle for less than you're worth. You've been putting up with enough. It's time to expect the kind of love that fills you, not one that leaves you running on empty. Chapter 3. Stop chasing people who don't want to be caught. If someone wanted to be with you, they would. Simple, no excuses. If someone's actions don't match their words, they're showing you exactly what you mean to them. Nothing more, nothing less. And it's time to stop pretending that maybe, just maybe, they'll change. I always say, words mean nothing if the actions don't match. Some people talk beautifully, but show you nothing. Others say very little, but show you everything. When you meet someone like that, you'll never be confused again. Actions will always speak louder than empty promises. With this mindset, life gets clear and the way forward becomes effortless. You're not a project. You're not a prize to be won after a series of challenges. And you're sure as grace itself aren't someone's backup plan. But every time you let someone drag you along with promises, half efforts, or we'll see, you're telling them it's okay to keep you in the waiting room. I care about you should never come with a condition. It should never be followed by, but I'm not ready, or but I'm just not sure. Love is not a game of maybe or eventually. Love is an action. It's in the consistency, it's in the effort. It's in how someone shows up when they say they will, and how they don't leave you questioning their feelings every single day. Stop convincing yourself that people who don't show up for you are somehow still worthy of your time. That's not loyalty. That's just settling. It's time to stop chasing people who don't want to be caught. You can't chase someone's lack of effort by being more patient, more understanding, or more available. That's not your responsibility. You don't have to win someone over by constantly being the one to reach out, the one to fix things, the one to understand. You have to stop pouring all your energy into people who are too busy or too afraid to love you properly. It's exhausting, and it's a one-way street, and no matter how hard you try, you can't force someone to feel something they don't. You can't make them see your worth when they're unable to recognize it. So stop waiting. Stop holding out hope for a change that might never come. Stop letting your heart run in circles because someone won't catch up. You deserve someone who's already running at your pace, not someone who's making you chase them all the time. You don't have to convince anyone of your worth. If they want to be with you, they'll show you. And if they don't, well, there's someone else who will. Chapter 4. You deserve effort, not excuses. Let's stop pretending it's complicated. If they wanted to, they would. And if they don't, it's not because they're busy, not because they don't know what they want, not because they're scared of getting hurt. It's because at the heart of it, they simply haven't made you a priority. Brutal, yes, but freeing, absolutely. Because once you stop decoding mixed signals and start accepting the clear ones, your life gets a whole lot lighter. Effort is not confusing. When someone wants to be in your life, they don't make you guess. They show up, they follow through, they don't cancel last minute or disappear for days and then text you, "What are you doing?" like nothing happened. Someone who's serious about you will make it obvious. Confusion is your answer. You're not hard to love, you're just trying to love people who aren't ready. Or worse, people who enjoy the access but don't respect the privilege. People who want benefits of being close to you without the responsibility of showing up consistently. That's not love, that's selfishness. You shouldn't have to send paragraphs just to be understood. You shouldn't have to shrink yourself just to be accepted. You shouldn't be sitting around wondering why they stopped trying. You should be walking away the moment they did. Because you're not hard to love, you're just finally realizing you don't want to beg for the bare minimum anymore. Let's put it simply. Consistency is love in action. And the people who care about you, they speak it fluently. They remember the small things, they make time, they're intentional, they won't leave you wondering. So the next time someone says, I've just been busy, remember this, even the busiest people make time for what they care about. Always, the right person won't see you as an afterthought, they'll see you as a priority. And when you finally stop entertaining half efforts, you make space for the real thing, you raise the bar, you stop handing out discounts on access to you, because someone out there is praying for the kind of love you give effortlessly, and when they find you, they won't let it slip away. So don't settle for half effort you have to beg for. Don't stay where you're tolerated. Go where you're treasured. Once you start surrounding yourself with people who truly value you, everything falls into place. You'll finally see you're asking the wrong people for what you deserved all along. Chapter 5. The standard is you. You don't need anyone to validate your worth. You're the validation. You don't need someone to pick you. You've already picked yourself. Take a moment to truly understand that. Let it resonate deeply in every part of you that ever questioned your value. You're not someone's second thought, fallback plan, or temporary emotional escape. You're not kind of, you're not when they feel like it. You're the full experience, the one. And if someone can see that, let them walk. You're not dimming your light just so they can feel more comfortable in the shadows. Here's the thing they won't tell you. You teach people how to treat you, not just with your words, but with your silence, your walk away, your standards that don't bend just because someone showed up with a potential and pretty face. When you start acting like the standard, people either level up or fall off. Let them. You don't rise to meet someone else's bare minimum. You create the bar, and either they reach it or reveal they never could. Stop apologizing for having needs, desires, expectations. It's not too much. You're finally realizing they were never enough. And that's not disappointment. That's clarity. The truth is, some people were only meant to teach you what you no longer accept. And when you finally choose peace over potential, that's when everything shifts. It's not personal. It's alignment. It's the universe doing divine cleanup, clearing out the almost and maybes to make room for people who show up with certainty, with clarity, with effort that speaks louder than words. Because love, real friendship, real connection doesn't need convincing. It doesn't make you feel anxious. It doesn't leave you guessing. The more you embody your worth, the less tolerance you'll have for anything less than real. That's not ego. That's healing. You're just done accepting love that drains you. You're the standard. Remember that every time you're tempted to settle, walk like it, speak like it, protect your energy like it. And never forget, the version of you that knows her value, she's already won. That's a wrap for today's video. Thank you for sharing this space with me. Keep choosing yourself, keep validating your worth, always. Till next time.